Hey, Roy. You need me?
I wanted to know... You ever go to Green Hope?
Yeah, ages ago. Still part of Abundance at the time. I was looking for a guy who was passing himself off as a farm worker. Changed a lot since then. I doubt what I know from back then is still good. Sorry, buddy.
What do you think the technomancers have been searching around here?
You're more like them, Roy, and you know them better. But apart from the fact the place could be worth a fortune, it's also pretty far from Shadow Lair.
I'm listening.
If you had something a bit questionable to do, you wouldn't do it in the main city square, right? Somewhere big, but isolated, where there's lots of comings and goings because of the reconstruction. That's a good spot. Way better than in the middle of Shadow Lair where all eyes are on you. I figure they're getting something shady ready. Maybe a coup. And there's no way they're going to let someone stir up shit in their business without reacting.
There's something else I want to ask you. Later.
Roy, I wanted to tell you, I'm sorry about the boy. I know that he was like an apprentice to you.
Thanks, Mary. That's nice of you. I was wondering... Have you already come here to Green Hope?
No, never. I heard about it, of course. The battles here were so big. Abundance didn't want to lose the place. It was such a key part of their strength. But that's all.
I want to tell you something else. Later, Mary.
Roy, good to see you going at it. We're going to have some work here.
Why come here? What's so special at Green Hope? Apart from the mass grave, of course.
My contacts informed me that the Technomancers opened a kind of work site here. I wanted to investigate further, but I was told from up top, right up top, that I should keep out of it. Obviously, that made me curious. We were only supposed to rebuild here, nothing to interest the Technomancers. I want you to look around this special site. Tell me what it really is. I can't let them work here without knowing why.
All right, I'll go look into it.
What do you want to know?
How did you learn that the Technomancers had opened a specific site here?
Devotion isn't the only person working for me, you know. And a lot of the others are keeping an eye on the source undercover.
I'm going. Later.
Roy, seeing as how we're alone right now, I wanted to tell you I find you really attractive, and I never met anyone who was really interested in me. I really like you. Really. And as we're gonna have to leave for battle soon, I'd like to spend some time with you.
Come here.
What can I do for you?
I wanted to ask you. I wanted to tell you something else. Someone must have the key. So that's it. A whole mess of pre-turmoil artifacts. Kind of explains the Technomancer's excitement.
So this place is a mine of knowledge for them. You're one of them. Do you know if they're interested enough in these relics to send in their best troops?
I'm not like them, Devotion, but yes, absolutely. Places with as much stuff as this are rare. They can find things here to increase their power.
How?
With the knowledge they can get here, and also the fact I'm sure they're hoping to get new equipment. We can't use the fluid without this gear we're wearing, but we don't know how to make this sort of stuff anymore. You get it from places like this.
I see. We have to tell the General about this.
You're a surprisingly good man. I didn't think a renegade would show so much respect for life.
You thought I was a bloodthirsty monster, is that it?
No. I mean, perhaps. My masters always taught us that outcasts were evil. But you spare your enemies.
We both know that the people who use technomancy are always at risk of losing their humanity. The power we control changes us enormously. We walk a tightrope. I avoid anything that might push me further away from what I am deep down, including murder.
I understand. It's good to know. I'll try to remember that.
Any news about the site? Did you get in?
You were right. It's not an ordinary site, and they're definitely not rebuilding. It's full of digs. A pre-turmoil site.
So that's what it's about. Relics. They want even more power. I'd even say that they may have manipulated everybody, including me, to get the war to move to the site. Bastards. One thing I don't get, though. Why Wisdom, if he got wind of this, would back them? Not his style. Looks paid for with lives? No, doesn't make sense.
Listen, we're not the only ones interested in the site. There was a group of resistance fighters there. They wanted to sabotage the drilling.
That explains what I heard about. The Technomancers are preparing an assault on the Resistance. They know where they meet. And so do I, thanks to my sources. I don't want them to kill them all. Those Utopians can be useful by weakening and scattering the Technomancers. Not to mention what they can tell us. Go warn them. And if the Technomancers are already there, make sure the Resistance can escape.
Divide and conquer, huh? All right, I'll tell them.
That's an excellent strategy, General. As usual.
Thank you, child. What do you want to know?
You think that the Technomancers were so eager to get their hands on these relics that they tricked the Source into starting the war against Abundance?
No, not to that point. Remember that it was Abundance that started the war by killing our previous dowser. They hoped it would weaken us enough that we would surrender. Because of Wisdom and the Alliance, they failed, as you know. On the other hand, the battles around Green Hope were perhaps a direct result of their schemes. I never really understood why the fighting came this way. But in the heat of the action, I basically thought about winning the battle and taking as few losses as possible. And now I'm wondering, like you.
I'm going. Later.
Don't move. You're all under arrest.
Shit! Someone talked! Get out of here!
It's closed. Most of the Resistance fighters got away. Technomancers were already there when I got there, but I created a diversion. I searched some of them, found a pass on their leader. I'm guessing it gives access to their HQ.
Excellent. I can't say I share their point of view, but the Resistance fighters are more useful to us alive. I found out that Wisdom was going to visit Green Hope. Based on the information you gave me, I'm almost certain he's coming to see the work of the digs. Even though I'm still puzzled at his interest.
Could be he's religious. The Technomancers may have used that aspect to get him to support them.
No, it's not like him. I remember he used to joke about people that were too superstitious. A pre-turmoil site would obviously give the guild more impact, but that's too indirect to interest him.
He's your friend, after all. Why not ask him?
I did, but he was very evasive and let me know it was none of my business. I want to know what it all means. You can use his visit to get into the Technomancer's building and try to find out more.
Even if I was lucky to find a pass on the Technomancers I beat, it won't be easy to enter without being seen. But, I'll do my best.
We'll make it. This is a dangerous mission, but if I'm with you, I'll do my best to help.
You are a valuable employee, Devotion. Roy, you should take her with you. She'll be useful.
All right, we'll go together. It's true, your skills could come in handy.
With pleasure.
What do you want to know?
Have you been watching over the Resistance fighters for long now?
Don't mistake my intentions for a second. I consider these people to be dangerous. But again, they can be useful to us. That was the idea behind this mission. Let that group of idiots keep putting sticks in the spokes of the Technomancers. But I'll be keeping an eye on them. If they go too far, they'll be arrested, and I'll throw them in prison to rot.
I'm going. Later.